Hi, and welcome to another episode of Friday Functions. I'm Mr. Dang, and today I'll be walking through one of the learning experiences that we have out of the box. It's the PowerApps Training app. Let's check it out. Here, I'm on the PowerApps portal, and I could get to the PowerApps Training app in two ways. I can either select All Templates, or I can select Create from the left pane. I'll look for the PowerApps Training app. There are two of them. We have a PowerApps Training for Office app, which has some office patterns you might be interested in. I'm going to be walking through the PowerApps Training app for this video. Let's go ahead and click it. Give it a name. I'll just call it PowerApps Training. Then I'll click Create. When I'm in the PowerApps Studio, I can continue using this the way it is, but this is more of a preview. I'm going to make my own copy by selecting Make My Own App. When I select that, I can choose where I want to store the Excel files that go with this tutorial. I'll select OneDrive for Business. Now that I've got my own copy, I can learn PowerApps inside of PowerApps. Let me show you around. On the left side here, these are some of the lessons that I'm going to be learning throughout this experience. Some basics, some formulas, some gallery work. In the middle, this is a description of the task at hand. And then on the right-hand side, this is some information on the exact steps that you could follow. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll walk through part of it, and I'm going to leave it up to you to finish up the rest. Holding down the Alt key or pressing F5 here at the bottom, I can preview this app and continue to the next step. When I click Next, I'm brought to the next experience, the About lesson. The way this works is I'm going to have a task, and when I complete it, it'll lead me to the next step. So for this step, it's telling me that in order to proceed, I'm going to click on this toggle, Next. Then I'll see the Next button appear. On this experience, I'm going to leave the preview. And I'm going to change the color of this box, change the font size of this, and the image that's in here. There's some validation that I'll detect when I've got this right. So selecting this box, I'll go to the Fill property. I'll change its color. I'll go to the font size of this label, and I'll change it just to something else. And then I'll go to this image. Right now it's showing the sample image. I can add my own. As long as there's a change here, then I know I've done it right, and it'll proceed to the next step. I'll click Next. Here is some work on formulas. I'll select this. I'm going to create my own navigation now. Following the steps, I click the Action menu, click Navigate. And by default, it fills it in with some navigation. Let's play the app and make sure it works. Sure it does. On the Formulas page here, I'm going to be referencing controls for the very first time. Let's leave the experience of the preview. I'll select the total label. In the text property, right now it's set to 0. Let's zoom in here. Following the formula, let's put in price.value times quantity.value. It'll multiply whatever's selected inside this price slider with whatever's selected in the quantity slider. I'm going to hold down the Alt key to proceed to the next step and clicking Next. And I could continue working through each of these tasks to learn some different things. So try this learning experience and let me know what you think.